Year after year, we go to camps, conventions, rallies, and fine arts festivals, and we see skits, sermons, and dramas about how we aren't doing everything we could be doing to bring unbelievers to Christ. Every year we get pumped about witnessing, but for some reason, we tend to lose the momentum after a while. So in order to keep from losing that momentum, I'm going to recommend 3 traits that can help us become serious witnesses. The first trait, consistent character. They were singing choruses when the 2 soldiers entered with rifles. The service came to a halt as the Russian believers stared at the believers with wild eyes. The Russian soldiers. "What are you doing here?" they shouted. The church members cowered in their pews, wondering if there were more soldiers outside. "All of you who are faithful to God, move to the right side of the church," one of the soldiers said. His face was a mask of hatred. "You'll be shot for your faith. You who wish to go home and keep your life, move to the left side of the church. You must choose to live or die. Those who deny God can go home, but those who are faithful to Him will die." 10 minutes earlier, everyone had sung praises equally, but now it's a question of life or death. "You on the left are free to go," one of the soldiers said moments later. When they all filed out, the soldiers put down their guns and said, "We too are Christians, but we wish to worship without hypocrites." Proverbs 12:17 says, "A truthful witness gives honest testimony, but a false witness tells lies." This is not just a seemingly obvious statement mentioned in the Bible. It's telling us that people will know us by our character. If our character is inconsistent, or if we tend to compromise often, we won't be an effective witness. When our character doesn't change due to circumstances, people will listen to what we have to say. So the first trait is consistent character. The second, using our talents. Some of you can sing. Some of you can play a musical instrument. Some of you may have artistic or athletic abilities. Some of you might even be able to spit really far. But no matter what your talents are, you need to use them for God. My brother-in-law once told me this story about a man. This man saw people love each other, and he saw that love made strenuous demands on the lovers. He saw that love required self-sacrifice and denial. He saw that love produced arguments of jealousy and sorrows. He decided love cost too much, and not to diminish his life with love. He saw people striving for distance and hazy goals. He saw that striving was often mixed with disappointment. He saw strong, committed men fail, and weak, undeserving men succeed. He decided it cost too much, and decided not to soil his life with striving. He saw people serving others. He saw men give money to the poor and helpless. He saw that the more men gave, the faster the need grew. He saw ungrateful receivers turn on their serving friends, and decided that it cost too much and not to soil his life with serving. When he died, he walked up to God and presented his life to Him, undiminished, unmarred, unsoiled. This man was clean and untouched by the filth of the world, and he presented his life to God proudly, saying, "Here is my life." God looked at him and said, "Life. What life?" In Matthew 25:14-30, we can read the parable of the talents. Most of you probably know this story. The master gave 3 of his servants a certain number of talents to watch over while he was away. The first 2 produced double what the master had given him, but the third buried his. When the master returned, the first 2 were rewarded, but the third was punished because he did not invest his talent. God is looking for people who will invest their talents. Ephesians 4:11-12 says, "It was He who gave some to be apostles, some to be prophets, some to be evangelists, and some to be pastors and teachers." God has given every person here some type of talent that we can use to help bring others to Christ. Maybe you don't know what it is yet, but keep looking for it and you'll find it. Just remember though, whatever it is that you're good at, if you're not doing it for God, you might as well not be doing it. So use your talents and abilities for God. So the first, consistent character. The second trait, using our talents. And the third trait is practicing humility. I know this is hard to do, but putting others first is the only way we can get others to care at all about what we think or say. If we mostly have a tendency to talk about ourselves and our own opinions, not giving much of any respect to others' opinions, why would they care about what we have to say? Romans 12 covers both these last traits. It says, "For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourselves more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the measure of faith God has given you." Later says we each have different talents according to the grace given us. God may be asking us to do something that doesn't seem desirable, but when we choose to be humble and submit to His will, God can do even greater things in our lives. So first, we need to consistently watch our character. Second, we need to use the talents and abilities God has given us for God. And third, we need to practice humility with a serving attitude. Once we use these traits together, we can seriously change lives.